Subscribe to this YouTube channel and please enjoy watching this video. Here we go. A strong defender is important to any successful football team. Sorting out the back line is crucial, and having some serious talent within it is a surefire way to build a strong team destined for silverware. A lot of focus is placed on attacking players, which is why any list of the best footballers in the world will always be dominated by that type of star. That's not really fair, though, so we've decided to highlight the 15 best defenders in the world right now and give them their flowers. These men are top-notch at what they do, and there is no one better than them at the time of writing. Given that trying to separate those on the list is such a difficult task, a number of factors will be taken into consideration as to where they end up in the rankings. These include teams they play for, trophies won, and how important they have been to their club's success. Even as hard as we have tried, there are some incredible names that just missed out on the top 15, so here are a couple of honorable mentions before we kick things off. Milan's Theo Hernandez has been a consistent performer for the Serie A giants over the years, and has been one of European football's most electric fullbacks going forward, scoring 27 goals and providing 33 assists in just 192 games as per Transfermarkt. That's not to mention the Frenchman captains the Rossoneri on occasion too. As well as Hernandez, PSG's Marquinhos can count himself unlucky not to make it into the top 15 either. The Brazilian has emerged as Thiago Silva's successor at the Parc des Princes and is a perennial Ligue 1 winner, doing his utmost to quench the thirst of a demanding Parisian crowd. But now, having tipped our hat to the duo, here's GimSport's list of the 15 best defenders in the world right now. Number 15, Antonio Rudiger, Real Madrid and Germany. During his time at Chelsea, Antonio Rudiger was regarded as one of the very best defenders in the world, and while his move to Real Madrid has seen him fall down the rankings a bit, he still manages to cling on to a spot in the top 15. His combination of strength and speed set him apart from the majority of players in football. Things haven't gone too swimmingly in Spain, but there's still plenty of time to turn things around, so once he finds his feet, he might shoot back up this list. Number 14, Achraf Hakimi, PSG and Morocco. Achraf Hakimi has played for some incredible football teams over the years, and that's a testament to how good he is. The fullback is dynamite on the right-hand side and has been vital for Paris Saint-Germain since joining the club in 2021. There are few defenders on the planet as effective as the Moroccan at driving forward, and his exceptional goal return is proof of that. In 68 games with the Ligue 1 champions, Hakimi has 12 goals, a record that most midfielders would be happy with. At 24 years old, the star isn't even close to reaching his prime, and that should be a scary notion for everyone else. Number 13, Kyle Walker, Manchester City and England. Despite being well into his 30s now, Kyle Walker continues to operate at a very high level in the Premier League and remains a key figure for Manchester City, season after season. After almost leaving the club for Bayern Munich, he reminded everyone why he's so important to the club and has been at the top of his game this campaign. With pace like his, it was expected that he'd take a step back as he got older, but he's yet to take a step back and, judging from his performances this season, he won't be doing so anytime soon either. Number 12, Dayot Upamecano, Bayern Munich and France. After emerging as a serious talent at RB Leipzig, Dayot Upamecano joined Bayern Munich in 2021 and has continued his rise, becoming one of the top defenders in the world. Now in his third season with the Bundesliga club, he's become integral to their success at the heart of their defense, and it's hard to imagine they'd have pipped Borussia Dortmund to the league title last year if they didn't have a superstar like him at the back. The arrival of Harry Kane has made Bayern one of the favorites to win the Champions League this season, but they wouldn't even come close if they didn't also have a superstar like Upamecano in the team, keeping things tight at the back. Number 11, Reece James, Chelsea and England. If it wasn't for his injury issues, Reece James would likely be much higher on this list. The Chelsea man is nothing short of tremendous at the back and is easily one of the most capable fullbacks in the world. His absence in the Blues side is glaringly obvious whenever he's out injured, and it only highlights just how important he is to the team. If he can stay fit, there's no way James can't become one of the very best defenders in the world. It just remains to be seen whether he'll ever be able to figure that out. Number 10, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Liverpool and England. A lot of criticism has been aimed at Trent Alexander-Arnold's defensive capabilities over the years, which means he's actually become underrated. Make no mistake about it, though, he's still one of the best defenders on the planet. Few players have ever revolutionized a position in the manner in which he did at right back. The role changed significantly due to his performances there, and that's a testament to how special a talent he is. He's strong defensively, and exceptional going forward. Liverpool have experienced some incredible highs over the years, but there's no chance they'd have been quite as successful without Trent at the back. Number 9, Alphonso Davies, Bayern Munich and Canada. It feels as though Alphonso Davies has been around for almost a decade, despite the fact he only joined Bayern Munich in 2019, but that's due to the massive impact he's had in such a short time. There are few names in football quite as fast as the Canadian, who regularly bursts up and down the left wing for his club and country. He's been a game-changer for Bayern since he arrived at the team, and there are no fullbacks in football quite on his level right now. His exploits for his country have already made him a legend in Canada too. At just 22 years old, he's already accomplished so much, and the sky really is the limit for Davies. Number 8, Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool and Netherlands. He might have taken a significant step back in comparison to where he was just a few years ago, but Virgil van Dijk is still one of the best defenders in the world. You'd be hard-pressed to find any centre-back who transformed a side's fortunes in the manner in which he did when he joined Liverpool, and it genuinely appeared for a time that he was on the verge of winning the Ballon d'Or. A long-term injury has seen his impact on the pitch take a hit, and he's not quite as impressive as he used to be, but he's still a fantastic defender and one of the best in the Premier League. Liverpool have started the season in fine fashion this year, and it looks like they're heading back towards the upper echelon of football after a brief absence, and Van Dijk will be playing a significant role in any potential success they experience. Number 7, Josko Gvardiol, Manchester City and Croatia. What a signing Josko Gvardiol has already been for Manchester City. The youngster was exceptional for RB Leipzig last year and became one of the most highly touted defenders in football, but it was Pep Guardiola's side who bagged him in the summer. With such an incredible defense already, it was unclear whether he'd break into the team immediately, but he's done just that. Gvardiol has been immense for City so far, and whether it's at left back or centre back, he's been one of the best performers whenever he's on the pitch. Despite being just 21 years old, he's adapted to English football with no issues whatsoever, and his composure at the back is way beyond his years. The future is so bright for the defender, and we can't wait to see where the years take him. Number 6, Christian Romero, Tottenham and Argentina. After a rough start to life in England, Christian Romero has turned things around in stunning fashion and become one of the most important players for Tottenham this year and one of the best defenders in England. Alongside Van de Ven, he's forged one of the best defenses in the league, and Spurs owe a lot of their impressive form to start the season to him. His impact in the team is easy for all to see, and as Postecoglou's side gears up for what is looking more and more like a title challenge with each passing game, he's going to need to be at his best in the backline if they're to stand a chance of any success, but we think that he's more than up to the task right now. Number 5, Eder Militao, Real Madrid and Brazil. While he initially took his time really making an impact at Real Madrid, the last couple of seasons have seen Eder Militao emerge as one of the best centre-backs on the planet. The former FC Porto man has been electric for the La Liga side, and his influence on the pitch has been clear for anyone watching to see. Whether it's in the air or on the ground, he's been a nightmare for forwards to deal with over the last 2 years. He's currently out with a long-term injury, but once he's back in the Los Blancos side, he'll immediately be one of the best defenders in the world again. Number 4, John Stones, Manchester City and England. If he hadn't missed the entirety of the season so far through injury, John Stones may actually be even higher on this list, considering just how. Number 4, John Stones, Manchester City and England. If he hadn't missed the entirety of the season so far through injury, John Stones may actually be even higher on this list, considering just how special he was last season. Despite spending several years at City, last season saw him transform into almost a new man, and he took charge of games for the side and emerged as one of the best players in England. At times his future at the Etihad looked bleak, but that certainly isn't the case now. He's now one of Guardiola's most important players, and whether it's in the midfield where he spent time last year, or back in the defense, he'll resume his role as a game-changer for City when he's back and healthy. We can't wait to see it. Number 3, William Saliba, Arsenal and France. After several years out on loan, William Saliba finally arrived in the Arsenal first team last season, and he hasn't looked back since. The Frenchman almost immediately became one of the best defenders in England, and his impact on the Gunners can't be overstated. Alongside Gabriel, he's helped transform the team into legitimate Premier League contenders, and while they may have fallen short last year, he's continued that form this season. With blistering pace and the strength to outmuscle almost anyone, he hasn't faced a forward yet who had his number. All you need to do is look at the way he terrorized Erling Haaland during Arsenal's 1-0 victory over City to see just how impressive he is. No one has done that to the Norwegian before. Number 2, David Alaba, Real Madrid and Austria. Despite now being on the wrong side of 30, David Alaba is still one of the most dominant defenders in football and has taken his game to new heights at Real Madrid following his move to the Spaniards in 2021. After almost 15 very successful seasons with Bayern, he moved to Los Blancos and slotted in seamlessly to their back line. Whether it's out on the left or in the middle, he's simply sublime and very rarely puts a foot wrong for the La Liga club. He might not have many years left at the top, but for now, he's still one of the best. Number 1, Ruben Dias, Manchester City and Portugal. Ruben Dias is the best defender in the world right now. There are no ifs or buts about it. He has been a game-changer at Manchester City ever since he moved to the Etihad in 2019. You can count the number of bad games he's had over the last 4 years on the one hand, and he's been vital in all of the club's success since then. They had the best defense in England last year, and he was largely responsible for that, but he's also started this season in fine form too. Guardiola has built a super team over the years, and his backline is the best in all of football. It takes someone special to stand out among the plethora of talent that they have in the side, but that's exactly what Dias has done. Just an unearthly level of good. Let us know what you think about the entire thing in the comments section below. Additionally, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news and updates from around the world. We sign out.